This tape is the fourth in a series of lessons titled The New Age Study of Man's Purpose. In this lesson, we will learn how to accelerate the natural healing process of the body by cooperating with the laws of nature that govern this universe. And we will learn how to apply the mental aspects of healing in an effective, practical manner. I would like to begin this lesson with a guided meditation to help us set all of the thoughts of the day aside and prepare us to receive the maximum benefit from this tape. Please sit comfortably in your chair with your legs and arms uncrossed, your spine as straight as possible, and close your eyes. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, feel all of the tension just dropping away. All of the worries and concerns of the day just dropping away. This is a very special time just for you. Visualize coming down from above you an emerald green ray of healing. This ray enters the top of your head and begins to expand through the brain structure. This healing energy begins to activate the dormant centers of the brain. And you are now able to learn more with a greater understanding and a deeper awareness than ever before. You have the realization that you have the ability to channel this healing energy effectively through every cell and organ of your body. And all feelings of doubt or fear are just swept away. And you now affirm to yourself, I am a clear channel to draw the power of healing energy into the physical world of form. Through my thoughts, feelings, and mental pictures that I continually entertain, I have the ability to correct the imbalances in my body. I release and let go of all the resistance that has prevented me from healing myself up to this time. I am open and gratefully receive all of the healing energy this abundant universe has to offer me. This healing light is creating miracles in my life here and now. I give thanks for the perfect restoration of my mind, body, emotions, and memories now. All things are now working together for the good of my life. I am vibrantly healthy and radiantly beautiful. I am love. I am peace. I am whole. I am healed. Now please return your attention to the room. Become aware of your physical body. Breathe in deeply again. Exhale, and when you're ready, open your eyes. First of all, it is important that we understand just what caused our physical body to become diseased in the first place. In the first 3 tapes of this series, we have discussed in great detail what is known as the law of the circle. This is a natural law that every man, woman, and child on this planet is subject to. The law is that every thought, word, or action we are involved in goes forth from us on an electromagnetic current of energy. This current is qualified with a certain frequency of vibration, either constructive or destructive, depending on our frame of mind when we send it forth. This current of energy draws to itself other energy in the atmosphere that is vibrating at the same frequency, and after it has reached its destination, it returns to us, again picking up more energy of a like vibration on the return current. Consequently, by the time it is returned to us, it is greatly magnified over what we originally sent out. Now, if the energy we sent out originally was constructive, then this return current is a great blessing, and it brings with it all kinds of feelings of peace, happiness, and well-being. However, if this energy was sent forth by us destructively through hate, anger, frustration, anxiety, fear, etc., then this returning current brings with it all manner of discord, confusion, chaos, and even disease. I would like to elaborate a bit on this electronic energy because it is a very important part of our understanding of the process of healing. Every cell and organ of our physical body is comprised of this electronic energy. When the cells and organs of our body are in perfect state of health, these electrons are vibrating at a high frequency of harmony. In this state, we have a natural immunity that is absolutely invulnerable. We all fight off cancer cells, viruses, bacteria, and all kinds of diseases every single day. It is only when the electrons in our cells and organs are not vibrating at the proper frequency, but rather out of balance or discordant, that disease can take hold. We can get a clearer picture of this process if we visualize the propeller of an airplane. If the propeller is immobile or rotating very slowly, we could easily hold on to the blades. But if the propeller is spinning at full speed, there is no way we could take hold, and we would just be deflected away. This is exactly how the natural immune system of the body works as well. When the system is functioning properly, the cell walls are strong, and the functions of the body are efficient, and disease is deflected away. Since we know that nothing is solid, everything is made up of molecules, atoms, electrons, neutrons, protons, and even more minute sources of energy that science hasn't even discovered yet. We know that the energy that we have previously released and is returning to us actually passes through our physical body and permeates every cell and organ. As I mentioned before, if this energy is harmonious, this is actually a blessing and can raise the vibratory action of our cells and organs. But if it is discordant, as it passes through our physical body, it is just like putting our finger in the fan, and the electrons of our body go clunk, 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 and begin wobbling on their axis, and their vibration is distorted. This then makes us susceptible to all manner of illness and disease. We must understand this is true regardless of what the disease might be. The physical body is the most wonderful and amazing instrument in the world, and if we care for it properly and remain in a state of harmony and joy, it will function perfectly. Now, I have given the preceding information not to instill feelings of guilt or blame, but rather to assist us in understanding that disease is a human creation, and therefore we, as humans, have the power to do something about it. The first basic step is to begin physically taking care of our body. Every single function of the body, whether we're talking about our ability to think, move, speak, digest our food, breathe, or produce blood, heal ourselves, etc., is a result of certain chemical reactions. If the proper chemicals are not present, then the body cannot perform the specific task. Now, each of us individually has the total responsibility of supplying the proper chemicals to our body. If we want to remain in a state of optimum health, we must learn what our body needs and how we can best fulfill those needs. The purpose of this tape is not to give a lesson in nutrition, but the health food stores are filled with excellent books on the subject that will help you establish a program for yourself. The purer the food is that we eat, and the closer it is to its natural state, the less stress it causes on the physical body, which is very important in the process of healing. As a general rule, we need a variety of fresh, raw fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, whole grains, pure dairy products, cold-pressed natural oils, pure water, fresh air, and exercise, as well as sufficient natural vitamins and mineral supplements, which are actually just concentrated food, to balance out our daily needs. This may take a little time for us to educate ourselves and seek the guidance of competent, nutritionally trained doctors, but it is well worth our every effort. If we want to stop the process of degenerative disease, we must learn to take care of our physical body. Through this, we will be able to attain buoyant health. We must apply all of the factors of good health if we are to attain a vibrant state of health. If we are physically supplying our body with every nutrient we need for perfect health, and yet still bombarding it with negative energy, our efforts will be to no avail. So in addition to supplying the body with the correct balance of nutrition that we need to be cognizant of our thoughts, words, and actions. For a greater understanding of just how these thoughts, words, and actions affect our health, we must be aware that we actually have 4 different bodies that we are dealing with. For our purposes here, I'm going to call these our 4 lower vehicles. First of all, we have a dense physical body. This is the vehicle that we can all see and that we are very aware of. Then we have what is known as the etheric body. This vehicle is exactly like the dense physical body, yet it is more refined and extends a little beyond the physical body. We have an etheric heart, an etheric spleen, an etheric liver, etc. And this vehicle has been photographed with Kirlian photography. It is the radiance of this etheric body that is referred to as our aura. When someone has a limb amputated and they experience what is known as phantom pain, it is because the etheric portion of that limb remains that they have this sensation of feeling. The etheric body is where all of our records and memories are stored. Every experience we have had while traversing the earth plane is recorded and stored in our etheric body. Our next vehicle is our mental body. This is our link of mind into the world of thought. Our mind and our connection with the process of thought is different than our physical brain structure. Our physical brain is merely the instrument we use to bring our thoughts down into the physical realm. That may be a little bit difficult for us to understand, but if we know that we are not our physical body, but instead our physical body is just an instrument we use to move around in the physical realm, then we can understand that our physical brain is not our mind, but it is just the instrument our mind uses to get around in the physical realm as well. Our next vehicle is our emotional body. This body is the vehicle we use to express our emotions and our feelings. This vehicle is the most powerful of all of our 4 lower bodies because 80% of all of our energy is released through our emotional body. The other 20% is released through our thoughts, our memories, and our physical actions. The emotional body is comprised of 80% water, so many bizarre things happen during the full moon. The full moon affects the water element, and it causes a gravitational pull on the ocean, and the tides are changed, as well as all the rest of the water element. If people are balanced and their 4 lower vehicles are in alignment, the full moon can be a blessing and a tremendous source of constructive energy. But if people are a little out of balance, that additional gravitational pull on their emotional body can make them go berserk and do bizarre things. This is where the word lunacy or lunatic came from. An imbalance in any of our 4 lower vehicles can eventually manifest as an illness in the physical body. At the present time, much of the medical world is declaring as much as 80% of all illness to be psychosomatic. Many people think this means that the illness is all in our head or imaginary. But what it actually means is a bodily disorder or illness that is induced by mental or emotional disturbances. This does not mean it is imaginary, but rather it means we have created a physical illness through the misuse of our thoughts and feelings. This is a very complicated subject, and we have literally just scratched the surface of discovering the effect of our thoughts and our feelings on the health of the physical body. But we seem to be proving more and more that what a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. What we hold in our consciousness, we begin to manifest in our physical body. So the next step in attaining vibrant health is to evaluate our illness and try to discover what we have done to cause our body to become physically ill in the first place. This may seem like an oversimplification, but many times the malfunction of our body is due to years of specific negative thinking. Examples of this that I have observed are people not liking what they see and the things going on around them, developing cataracts and eye problems. People continually feeling, I don't want to hear this anymore, developing hearing problems. People having problems expressing or receiving love, developing heart problems. People having trouble enjoying the sweetness of life, developing problems with the pancreas, such as hypoglycemia or sugar diabetes. People feeling that the structure of their life is insecure, developing problems with their bones and their joints. People not wanting to interact with others, developing skin problems to try to make themselves offensive, or developing problems with obesity. People having trouble balancing their ego and their power, developing throat problems and goiters. People continually using their speech and their words in a critical or destructive manner, developing pyorrhea or other oral disorders. People that feel others are on their back all of the time, or consider people a pain in the neck, literally developing neck and back problems. Now, these are just a few examples of the types of disorders that we can create in ourselves through our thoughts and feelings. This in no way means that this is the case in every one of these above-mentioned illnesses, but I just wanted to give you something to think about as you are evaluating your present condition. We need to be honest with ourselves. The more insight we have into our illness, the more effective we can be in healing ourselves. It is very possible to raise the vibratory rate of the cells and organs of our body and actually cast off the disease. But if we don't correct the destructive thinking or behavior that caused the illness to begin with, it will reoccur. We must realize and accept that disease is self-inflicted and is caused by wrong thoughts, opinions, beliefs, and feelings. Science has discovered that when the sentiments of envy, hate, anger, fear, and resentment are habitual emotions in the body, they are capable of starting organic changes, resulting in genuine disease. Scientists state that we have mind power in every cell, and that each cell is filled with life, light, intelligence, and substance, which forms an atomic structure. An atom smasher, with all its powerful dynamic pressure, can only release the electrons in one atom, whereas the energy of the emotional body passing through the atoms of the physical form completely shatters the magnetic pole within the atoms that make up the body, which result in the disintegration and disease of the physical body. Harmonious energy strengthens the magnetic center and brings youth, harmony, and health. Healing comes from a peaceful mind and a strong heart. I would like to share with you now some very specific steps we can take to restore the physical body back into the state of perfect harmony. A study was done at UCLA on cancer patients to find out why some people respond so much better to treatment than others. At first it was thought that some patients did well because their disease was not as severe. But on closer scrutiny, it was discovered that the severity of the illness was only one of a number of factors that accounted for the difference between those who recovered and those who did not. It was discovered that major characteristics were similar among the survivors. These characteristics were the similarities that they all had a strong will to live. They were not panicky about their illness. They had confidence in their ability to persevere. Despite all the forecasts to the contrary, they believed they could make it. They were capable of joyous response, and they were convinced that their treatment would work. Now, these are all practical attitudes that we must develop in dealing with any illness. We must realize and accept that we can absolutely succeed. We need to acquire sound medical treatment when necessary. And in addition to the treatment, we need to apply the mental aspects of healing, which include positive thinking, faith in our ability to use the full power of our mind to heal, creative visualization, seeing ourselves perfectly healed, positive affirmations, channeling healing energy throughout the physical body, and through controlled breathing, we need to draw into our bodies additional prana, or life force. We need to follow the steps outlined in Lesson 1 for setting goals and creative visualization so that we can clearly anchor into our minds the picture of ourselves in perfect health in every aspect of our lives. We need to consciously participate in deep breathing and channeling healing energy throughout every cell and organ of our body. Expectation can have effect on the body chemistry, so we need to expect to get well. Doctors have discovered that changes inside the body, changes in one's brain waves and heartbeats, were the result of the changes of the energy fields around us and not the other way around. The energy fields that surround us and that we can deliberately draw into our bodies are the means by which our mind affects our body. The breathing exercises that I am going to share with you now are designed to draw the healing life force within the air, called prana, into our bodies. When we come to the realization that to breathe means to live, and that by breathing properly, we can correct any condition within our physical body, the wise student will apply the instructions herein given. This physical body is the temple of the living God, and by learning to breathe evenly and to direct the breath, we can raise the vibratory action of our bodies. In so doing, we can enliven each cell, clearing away the effluvia which we have allowed to form. The majority of mankind has become so heavy with this self-created effluvia that they feel sluggish and tired most of the time. These breathing exercises will improve the physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies of each one who will take the time to practice them. By persevering, we will soon realize that we feel lighter in the physical body, free and unhindered in our thinking. We will experience a more joyous outlook, and emotionally we will be calmer, more serene in dealing with the situations that arise daily in our lives. It is a good idea to set a special time aside each day, and this should be done at least twice a day. Now, the important thing to do before starting any breathing exercise is to empty the lungs of the breath. So form your mouth into the sound of an ooh and breathe out heavily. For the first breathing exercise, you stand straight with your feet together and your arms relaxed, resting at your side. As you begin the breath, tense the arms and slowly inhale to the count of 5, raising the arms slowly out to your side and up over your head. As you inhale, push the diaphragm out. Hold the breath for 5 counts and visualize a great white light pouring down from your higher self. Then slowly exhale to the count of 5 as you lower the arms again to your side. Rest for the count of 5, holding the breath out, and relax. Repeat the breath 7 times. Then relax and say the following decree with feeling. I give thanks for my life, for my physical body, the most wonderful instrument in the universe. I now command that every cell, atom, gland, muscle, organ, and function of my body accept the blazing light from my higher self that heals, that raises and makes whole this temple of the living God. And I am most grateful for my pure, well-balanced body. The next exercise is a decree for youth. Nearly everyone feels desirous of feeling young, to be able to move in a beautiful rhythmic manner, to walk gracefully, to glow from inner joy and happiness. This can be obtained by practicing these exercises. It is important that we be the shining examples. How else can we assist others if we ourselves are not the light that shines in the darkness? Now, in this exercise, we are making a decree for youth. Visualize yourself doing something you have not done in years, running up a hill, dashing into the ocean, leaping with gay abandon. Feel the free buoyancy of youth. Then stand with your arms at your sides. Take a slow, deep breath to the count of 4, and raise the arms forward, slowly over your head and back as far as you can, moving your head back also, so that your face is looking heavenward. Still holding the breath, bend forward from the waist and touch the ground. Still holding the breath, come up again, reaching way back over your head. Then exhale slowly and bring the arms down to the starting position. This breath is done 3 times. Then again decree with deep feeling. I am filled with the light that revitalizes every part of my body. I am filled with that glowing, glorious, vibrant feeling of youth. I am alive with the motivating power of action. I am young, young, young. I am eternal youth. After doing the breathing exercises, I would like for you to sit comfortably in your chair and follow me through this guided meditation as we draw the healing energy from the universal source of all life through every electron of your 4 lower vehicles, raising the vibratory rate of each one closer to the octaves of...
It could be said that prayer is really the art of assuming the feeling of being and having that which you want. And again, all things that you pray for, believe you receive them and you will have them. The only required condition is that you believe that your prayer is already answered, which is to assume the feeling that would be yours if you're already in possession of the objective. This is why we use affirmative prayer, because unless your prayer succeeds in giving you a sense of feeling alive, your life is no better for the effort. This is why the prophet Joel said, "Let the weak say, I am strong. And I say, let the poor say, I am rich. Let the sick say, I am well. Let the miserable say, I am happy." Say it, believe it, think it, not to make it true, but because it is the truth. Words of truth do not alter consciousness, they project consciousness. Unless this is understood, you may start firing affirmations in the face of difficulties. First of all, be still and know. Close your eyes, turn your thoughts inward, get the feeling that you are supported by the whole universe. Then in that consciousness of oneness with the universe, speak the word of truth. Let the weak say, I am strong. The words do not create the flow or even get you into the flow. Your words are the overflow of the divine process. Remember, Jesus said, my words are not my words, but the words of him who sent me. Out of this will come a new feeling of well-being. But don't strain to get the feeling. The feeling will come in the prayer process. This is often confused. Many folks think that they must create a feeling. You'll get hung up on the emotions. Begin with the truth. Get a sense of inward support. Speak the words of truth that come out of that awareness, and the feeling will come. It will follow. And as the feeling rises in your consciousness, you will release the dynamic potential that has always been yours. You will feel alive. You will feel confident. You will feel prosperous. You will feel whole and well. You will feel at peace with yourself and with the world. Now until tomorrow, this is Eric Butterworth saying, have a wonderful day, and God bless you, everyone.
Every day, Monday through Saturday at the same time, WNWK brings you inspiring messages of positive thinking for creative living by Eric Butterworth. Be sure to...
If you will sit comfortably in your chair with your arms and legs uncrossed, your spine as straight as possible, and your eyes closed. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, completely relax, feeling all of the confusion, the doubt, and the fear just dropping away. Visualize coming down from above you an emerald green ray of healing energy from the heart center of the universal source of all life. The power of this healing energy enters the top of your head and begins to expand through the brain structure, activating the dormant center of the brain. Raising your consciousness and your awareness to the ability of using the power of your mind. This healing energy removes any trace of imperfection, sweeping away the cobwebs and healing the physical brain structure. This emerald green light now expands through your physical eyes, raising the vibratory rate and removing every trace of imbalance, anything that is interfering with your ability to have perfect sight. Restoring the eyes back into their original perfection, so that we can see and recognize perfection in all life. This emerald green healing energy now expands through the physical ears, removing all blockage, anything that is interfering with perfect hearing. The power of this healing energy raises the vibratory rate of the inner ear until we are able to hear the still small voice of our higher self, as well as the music of the spheres. The emerald green healing energy now expands through our nose and sinuses, removing all imbalances, any trace of disease or malfunction, raising the vibration to the octave of perfection. The healing energy now expands through the physical structure of our mouths, our teeth, our gums, our tongues, our lips, removing any trace of misqualified vibration, any trace of disease or malfunction, raising the vibratory rate to perfection, bringing us to the ability of perfect speech. Healing energy now expands to the rest of our head, filling every electron there with a pulsating vibration, raising the vibratory rate, casting off any imbalances or imperfection. This healing light now blazes through the apostat control system at the base of the skull, and expands down through our spinal column, permeating every electron of our spinal cord. It now now pulsates out through the nervous system, balancing and aligning this system, removing all nervous disorders, raising the vibratory rate of that entire structure. The emerald green energy now expands through the lymphatic system, through the lymph nodes and the glands, the lymphatic fluid, raising the vibratory rate to perfection. Casting off every trace of disease. Visualize the emerald green energy now expanding through the endocrine system with a concentrated focus at the pituitary and pineal glands. These glands are located within the brain structure. The healing energy now expands through the thyroid gland, the thymus gland, the pancreas, the spleen, the adrenal glands, the gonads, and all other glands associated with the endocrine system, blazing the healing energy throughout the associated metaphysical chakras. The healing energy now pulsates through the respiratory system, the nasal passage, the larynx, the trachea, the bronchial tubes, down into the lungs, cleansing and purifying all discordant energy, removing every trace of pollution, enabling us to receive the maximum prana from the air into our lungs and expanding it out through our entire system. The green healing energy now expands through the circulatory system with a concentrated focus blazing in, through, and around the electronic structure of the heart, strengthening the physical heart muscle, the chambers, the valves, expanding out through the arteries. Removing every trace of human creation, of imbalance or imperfection, through the veins and arteries, through the capillaries, the red blood cells and white blood cells, and the bone marrow. Restoring the circulatory system, the life force of our physical body, back into perfect balance and harmony. The healing energy now expands through the digestive system, down through the esophagus into the stomach, blazing in through and around the atomic structure of the liver, spleen, pancreas, the gallbladder, down through the small intestines, the ileocecal valve, the large intestines, the colon, the kidney, the bladder, and all systems of elimination. Purifying the frequency of vibration. Transmuting all imperfection back into perfect harmony. The healing energy now blazes through the reproductive system, the male and female organs, removing all discordant energy, any trace of degeneration or imperfection manifesting there. And for those life streams that are going to be bringing in the children of the new age, creating perfect chalices to give perfect vehicles to these incoming children. The healing energy now expands to the skeletal system, removing all imbalances, every trace of degeneration, creating firm, strong skeletal structure, blazing into and around the joints, tendons, ligaments, and cartilage, removing all imbalances there, any trace of disease, restoring the skeletal structure to youthful form. The healing energy now pulsates through the muscular system, removing all discordant energy, restoring the muscles to strong, youthful form, removing any degenerative disease, strengthening and firming the muscles. We now expand the emerald green healing energy through the fat system, removing all unnecessary cells, and the remaining cells are restored to perfect function, firm, flawless form. The healing energy is now expanding out through the skin, through our hair, through our nails, removing every trace of aging or degeneration, every line, every blemish, every flaw, returning our entire physical body to firm, flawless, eternally youthful, radiantly beautiful form. The energy is now expanding out through our etheric body, blazing in through and around every electron of the etheric body, removing all unpleasant memories, all inharmonious vibrations that we have anchored there from our past thoughts, words, and actions. Raising to the surface the constructive thought forms and activities that have given us the momentums to reach our highest potential. Expanding this healing energy now through the mental body, removing all destructive thought processes, establishing new constructive thought forms through creative visualization, intensifying our ability to create perfection in our physical body through the power of our minds. The healing energy is now expanding through our emotional bodies, removing all inharmonious, discordant feelings, transmuting our ability to misqualify energy into destructive emotions, transforming it back into the purified balance and harmony of perfect peace, so that we can continually send forth the vibrations of harmony, of peace, of comfort, of love, of joy, of happiness, and general well-being. I would like you now to consciously call forth into your consciousness your friends and loved ones that you would like to render specific healings for. Visualize them standing with you in their higher form, and send forth from your heart center this emerald green healing light, projected forth through their four lower vehicles. This healing energy will raise and restore all discordant vibrations in any one of their four lower vehicles. Now consciously send forth this healing energy to all leaders associated with world governments, to bring healing to their physical vehicles, their etheric, mental, and emotional bodies, so that their higher self will be able to guide and illumine them into the consciousness of the universal brotherhood of man. Blazing healing energy through all life streams, working with governments anywhere on this planet, at national, state, and local levels. Expand this healing energy now into all learning institutions so that we can raise the consciousness of each one to our highest potential. And ultimately expand this healing energy through every man, woman, and child presently working on the planet Earth, bringing healing and illumination to each one, knowing that we can completely envelop the entire planet in this energy through our clear, purified vehicles. We now consciously affirm to ourselves, I am a channel for healing energy into the physical world of form. I am expanding the light within my heart center throughout my body. I command that all the vibrating impulses in my mental, emotional, etheric, and physical bodies, which are of a destructive nature, cease right now and forever, and be replaced by the healing light from the universal source. This light is rebuilding every cell and organ of my bodies into perfect health and manifestations of harmony. What I ask for myself, I also ask for my loved ones and all mankind. I am sending this healing energy to all hospitals, nursing homes, mental institutions, and institutions of healing in this country and throughout all the countries of the world. I accept that this has been completed with full power. Now consciously ask that this electronic light substance of healing energy be anchored within your four lower bodies, to be maintained, eternally self-sustained, daily and hourly increased moment by moment, the maximum that natural law will allow, until your physical body, your etheric body, your mental body, and your emotional body is out picturing the perfection of your higher self. Knowing that each time you draw forth this energy, this activity will be intensified, purifying, aligning, and balancing the atomic structure of your four lower bodies. Now consciously return your attention to this room. Become aware of your hands and your feet, your physical body. Breathe in deeply. Exhale. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes.
visualization takes about 10 to 15 minutes, okay? So just lie comfortably. Take 3 very deep breaths and feel that you are releasing all thoughts and tensions from the day. With each in-breath, visualize clear, pure, healing energy filling your chest. And with each out-breath, imagine any stress or negativity being completely expelled from your system. Do this as long as you need until you feel that you have flushed out your system and filled yourself with light. Now inhale deeply, and as you exhale, imagine that you are pouring healing energy down your left leg. Visualize your left leg as hollow, and as you breathe, you are completely filling it with health and life. Repeat this healing breath, making sure to energize the whole leg. Right down to the tips of your toes. Feel that your leg is open and porous like a sponge, and it gladly accepts the wholeness you are channeling to it. One more time, inhale deeply, holding the breath energy in your chest for a few seconds, and then flow it down your left leg, as if you are infusing it with a perfect pattern that all of the atoms, cells, and organs can form around. Feel, too, that your left leg is surrounded for a few inches with a fluffy white light like a substance of health energy. Now turn your attention to the right leg and breathe into it. Charge it with energy and light. Offer it 3 healing breaths until it feels balanced and radiant like the left leg. After your 3rd breath, experience how wonderful and alive your legs feel, as if they are brand new. When your legs are completely filled with light, give energy to your left arm. Breathe into it as if it is a sponge. As you pour sparkling light into it, it becomes fluffy and open. Breathe into it again and see how it seems to expand more with each breath. Make sure to pour the energy into your fingers and hands, right down to the fingertips. See how fulfilled your arm becomes as you give it your loving attention in 3 breaths. Energize your right arm now and see how it loosens up and has a kind of floating sensation as you breathe 3 times into it. Experience the wonderful strength in the right arm and feel a healing flow of peaceful light energize it right into your fingertips. Feel, too, how flexible and alive are your fingers. It is a marvelous and peaceful feeling. You can even surround your right arm with an aura of healthy vitality as your energy field extends beyond your physical body. Now turn your attention to the left side of your torso, breathing life into all of the organs from your shoulders to your hips. Think of the organs that live within you: your heart, your left lung, your spleen. Feel that these organs are your friends and that you can help them and make them happy by giving them your positive attention. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, fill the entire left side of your torso with healing light. Visualize all of the organs accepting this gift with gratefulness and enthusiasm. Again, breathe into the left side, this time filling the organs with yet deeper and more subtle energy, as if the energy from your breath could just seep deep, deep into your cells, like a healing balm that finds its way into even the smallest spaces. Finally, take one more breath and imagine that you are sending energy into the tiniest cells and even into the very atoms of your body. Feel how wonderful and peaceful it is to be healthy and alive. Now focus on the right side of your torso, which is joyous to receive your attention. Consider the right lung, the liver, and the kidneys. Now give them your loving breath. Breathe 3 times to the right side at your own pace and feel the life and love within yourself. Know that you are doing your body a great service.